Question for the men. Why is it that you guys have stopped approaching women in real life? Because I feel like back in the day, it was so common for men to strike up a little conversation with a woman, you know, maybe ask her out on a date if things are going well. But nowadays, I don't really see that anymore. Like, what made you stop approaching women? Be honest.
Guys who just sit and stare at you from across the room, they just keep making eye contact with you and you just make eye contact back and forth. Like, please, just go say hello. Just go say hello. It's really not that hard. If she's making eye contact back.
But here's what most people missed. This isn't really about laziness. It's about fear wearing a disguise. Rejection today feels louder because everyone's watching. Silence became the safer choice. Pay attention to how many women echo this exact same confusion next.
With you, like, if you guys are making eye contact back and forth several times, she wants you to come say hello.
Men don't ask girls out anymore. All they do is they sit at home, scrolling through TikTok, liking pictures of like 3 weeks ago, going, yeah, that's my wife.
I'm like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men. No, because I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long
I'm so single, like painfully single. In fact, I don't even have a target to post on my stories for. Do you know how single you have to be to not even have someone to trap with the thirst trap? There's no hope.
Are all the good single men being held in captivity somewhere? Where are we meeting decent men? Like guys who are actually ready for a relationship. I was out with my girlfriends last night. We're all young. We're all hot. We have hobbies. We have careers. We go to workout classes. We're thriving out and about baddies. And we can't seem to find decent single men to save our lives.
Think about that for a second. Successful, social, put together women, still coming up empty. That's the part that stings. Effort was never the missing piece. The real story begins here. The map for meeting people simply broke.
Hinge is a bust. Tinder is just for hookup. Don't even get me started about Raya. Where are the men? Who is holding them hostage? Please set them free. I am begging.
Where are you supposed to meet a guy? Because like, if it's not going to happen at the bars and like you guys don't want to go to the bars, then where is it going to happen? Because I don't want it to happen at a grocery store. So I think we should bring back house parties and pre-games.
Single girlies, help me. Where are we meeting the men? Like, where do I meet a man? Just a little bit of context. Like, I'm in my 30s. I don't want to go out clubbing or go to pubs. I don't drink a lot. So where are we meeting them? I also get told a lot by guys, because I read books and like my own company and like being in my own house, I'm boring. So where do you go if you don't drink that much or you don't want to go out clubbing? Like, where do you go? What do we do?
33 next month, and I'm clearly looking for a long-term relationship because I'm like getting a bit older. I'm not old, but like I'm getting older, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of like very over being single, but I just don't know where to find anyone. Like, I go do things that people like I enjoy, because everyone's like, go and do stuff that you enjoy. It's like, yeah, I go out, I go to the gym, I go for coffees, I go for walks, like stuff like that. But it's like, I just don't know how to approach people without being like a weirdo. I think I'm just gonna have to do it, but I'm always like scared of rejection and stuff like that.
This is where things get interesting. She names the fear, so plainly most people skip past it. Wanting connection and fearing rejection aren't opposites. They live in the same breath. That tension is why this moment hits so hard.
I am at a point now where I do want to meet someone. And my biggest complaint is that there's no one in my building. And not that I want to date someone in my building, but it would just be nice to like have someone to maybe flirt with here and there as we pass through the hallways. Because like, I don't want to date someone in my building because I am trying to level up financially. And not that there's anything wrong with my building, but you know, I have expensive taste. And so I need someone who can help with funding that a little bit. I am my mother's daughter. Just am at that point where I'm ready to meet someone. But the thing is, in LA, it's like, where the fuck do you meet anyone? Like, I was just in New York, and it's so fun because a stone's throw away could be a bar, a lounge, a club, a dive bar, an arcade, like a restaurant. Like, there's just so many places that you could potentially meet someone. Here in LA, I swear, if I try to go out, it's like 20-year-olds, or we're in WeHo and it's the gays. So as a 32-year-old girl, like my girls in LA, where do we go to meet men?
The bigger issue is geography of loneliness. In some cities, spontaneity itself has vanished. She's not asking for magic. She's asking for the accidental collisions that used to just happen. Pay close attention to what she says is missing next.
And not just like men, but like good, eligible men that are worth dating and worth our time.
When guys say, oh, I don't have time for a relationship. I need to focus on my career. Honey, if Elon Musk has time to go to space and get married to 3 different women, McDonald's can survive without you.
Little rant slash about being single. It sucks out here. If you guys are in a relationship, literally more power to you. I can't do this anymore. Like every day I just wake up and I'm like, what am I going to do today? If it's not working, like what am I going to do? Nothing is the answer. I get dressed and I go outside and do something, and I go to the gym. I got a gym membership. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll meet somebody at the gym. Nope, not meeting anybody there. Where do people meet people? How do I meet people? I don't like the apps. They're horrible. Where do I meet people? And then on Thursday night, it's the worst night to be single because I walk home from whatever I'm doing, probably either going to the grocery store or calling my mother on the phone, but I walk home from whatever I'm doing and there's people out just having drinks, you know, in their relationships, having drinks. They're having cute little wine and like appetizer at the wine bar, or I don't know, maybe they're inside the apartment somewhere and they're cooking dinner together and like hanging out, and that's just like everything I've ever want. But instead I bought myself a ticket to a movie tonight at $3.50 by myself to go see Eternity, because guess who I'm spending eternity with? Apparently just me. Like there's nobody there. And would you ask, oh Madison, how's your love life? Non-existent. I have like internet crushes and celebrity crushes, and that's about it. I don't have a crush IRL. I haven't had a crush IRL in so long, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. Like I just want to crush. Like I want to talk to somebody, I want to crush. That would just be so nice to have. Yeah, so if you're ever wondering what it's like to be single in New York City,
Everything changes after this line. Watching couples through a window isn't envy. It's grief for an ordinary life she pictures clearly but can't reach. That ache is quieter than heartbreak, but somehow it cuts just as deep.
the worst. The worst. There's no love life. I have no love life. I have, again, internet crushes, and I'm too scared to slide in their DMs because that's embarrassing. Like, whatever. I go to the gym. I got a gym membership because I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll meet somebody at the gym. Nope, not meeting anybody there. Where do people meet people? How do I meet people? On Thursday night, it's the worst night to be single because I walk home from whatever I'm doing, probably either going to the grocery store or calling my mother on the phone, but I walk home from whatever I'm doing and there's people out just having drinks, you know, in their relationships, having drinks. They're having cute little wine and like appetizer at the wine bar, or I don't know.
Why are less men committing today? Well, your girl got an answer for you. Let's get into it, family. Here's the reason why I think men, and this is just from my perspective, what I've seen, why some men ain't committed. I think overall there's a fear of missing out. If a man is truly desired, he's successful, he's got options. And it's hard to settle when you have so many options. In addition to that, we as women are all vying for the same type of guy and missing out on really good men that have all the right intentions for a man who isn't ready to settle down and may never be ready to settle down. I say this all the time. If a man is just not in that headspace, I don't care how good a woman is, he's not in that headspace. We also have to take into account the quality of women that are out here. I believe most men want a certain type of woman, and I think that woman is harder to find these days.
Going into Barnes & Noble, look for men. Here we go. Just women so far. Women and kids. And couples. So many couples. No. Nothing. Nobody. No. Couples. Not a single. Not one single man. I'm gonna be single forever.
And this woman asked me if I was in a relationship or if I was single. And I said I was single. And she's like, okay, good. Stay single. Trust me. You wouldn't want to be in a relationship. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry. There's a ring on your finger. Aren't you married? And she's like, yeah, but that's different. I'm like, how is it different? How is it that you, as a married woman, are telling me, someone who is not married, to not be married? Like, where is the freaking sense in this? She goes like, oh no, it's different nowadays. Nowadays, you guys have it rough. That's why you shouldn't want to be in a partnership or marriage or have kids. None of that. I'm like, well, you have kids and you're married and you're telling me what I should and shouldn't want.
Here's why millions related to this exchange. A married woman warning a single woman off love isn't cruelty, it's projection. Think about that for a second. Sometimes the loudest warnings come from people still working through their own doubts.